Whoops. Jeez. Yeah, I did the same thing I did yesterday. I didn't click a button, and I was muted the whole time. So welcome, everybody, again to a... Wow, con man, did me dirty. That's messed up. Welcome to another Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, whatever time it is for you, a good Sunday to talk auction house chatter. I was saying to myself, apparently, that the auction house has been going wild lately, and I don't know if it's, energy from Coin Hunt Fest, if it's, keys are just, people are walking again, so they have more keys. I have no idea what it might be, but from what I've seen, the auction house has been pretty intense lately. So I like that, means more activity, means people are in there spending keys, moving stuff, buying resources, driving up prices for all of us. So yeah, I've been excited to do this one and see what we've got in the auction house. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I've got the game pulled up. Let's see. All right, so let's jump in. You want to see what's going on here? Actually, we got... Oh, stop outbidding me on my cat blueprints. I'm trying to get some cat blueprints so I can have another printing party. And I had people outbidding me all the time. That's like all of my bids on cat blueprints. So first things first, let's get in there and bid on some cat blueprints. I did notice that some scoundrel put in a 50 cat blueprints for the low price of 2 red keys. I'm like, come on now. If it gets there, it gets there. But man, out of principle, and someone did it. Someone bid it. Are you kidding me? Out of principle, I'm not going to bid that up. Like, I don't support those high prices. If it gets there, it gets there. But someone bid it, so there you go. So I will just keep scrounging for bits here. Let's see. We'll go and sort by the cheapest ones. Oh, Lord. Oh, and the 10-pack sold. So the 10-pack is now gone. There was a 10-pack I was bidding on, but it got pretty expensive. Although, not that expensive, so I don't know when these are going to end, but we'll go ahead. I'm not doing that well on my key stack. But we got to get... I should get my other laptop in here. Oh, shoot, because I can't see the chat while I'm doing all this stuff. All right. Oh, there we go. Refresh chat. Guy's doing me dirty. All right. So let's go put in another bid on 2 cat blueprints. Golly, I should have just bought more. I put in a red key when I initially bought them, but yeah, I probably should have. I don't know. I think I did have 2 red keys, but I didn't want to put them both in. But it is what it is. Now I'm just buying high-priced cat blueprints, trying not to outbid myself, which is always a risk. You don't want to do that. Looks silly. Come on. It's not fun sliding it with the mouse. You would think it'd be easier, but it's much harder. Or slower, at least. And I have my special red key. If you didn't see that, I've got 3 red keys now. That's because yesterday, while I was out hunting, I hit a yellow vault. First try, got a perfect. Something about a pigeon and what it represents. A white pigeon, I forget. Oh, no. And, oops. Hopefully that's back. Got my crypto. But more importantly, I got a freaking red key from a yellow vault. So it finally happened. That has never happened for me. It was spectacular. Come on, load up. Wow, I screwed myself with that. Okay. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Don't do it to me. Well, I just lost my Coin Hunt World because of not paying attention. So yeah, that was super exciting. It finally happens. I couldn't be happier about it. I mean, there we go. Cool. We're back in. I got my 3 red keys now. Got to find something to bid on. And I want it to be a blueprint. If I'm perfectly honest, I want a blueprint because that's just what I like. I like to see blueprints. I like to see them in my inventory. Seeing if I can do my chat on here. I'll figure it out later. All right. So let's go back and see what's going on in the auction house. The rest of the auction house. As always, we're going to start with my favorite, blueprints. I wanted to, wow, 2,200. I wanted to talk about this Bitcoin QB blueprint, which is going absolutely bananas. 2,200 is insane. I hope that somebody sees this and they stop bidding because A, it's not profitable. It's not a profitable blueprint, and it's coming back. This is a shop drop that will at some point come back. Like, okay, look, let's say the worst case happens and we never get to, you know, that all-time high, which Illusion Weaver has said that we're going to get the Bitcoin back when, hey, Plumber Boy, thank you for this, appreciate it, man, that we're going to get it back when we reach that all-time high. Let's say that never happens. They will bring it back to the shop at some point. It's going to come back. There were plenty of those things left, so they have to bring it back. Let's go. We shall go to the wiki page and see coin on wiki Bitcoin. That should be good enough. I guess not. How many are left? Because it was not sold out, that's for sure. Bitcoin QB. 10 blueprints. So 1331. Is it an unlimited? Did they not have a cap on it? Oh, 10,000. So 1,331 have sold, and there are 10,000 blueprints that will eventually be sold. I mean, if you really want it that bad and you just have a mountain of keys that you want to burn, more power to you. But this is a blueprint that will eventually hit the shop again, and it's not profitable because of that red paint. It is almost never profitable. I mean, there are probably a couple times when you might get lucky and sell it for more than what it's worth, the cost to print it, but like otherwise, it is not a profitable print at all. If the Ethereum ever hits, that one can sometimes be profitable because it only costs 500 purple paint, as we've talked about many times here, but that is an absolutely bananas 2 reds for Bitcoin. If I had, hey, Jason J, what is up? If I had a Bitcoin blueprint, I would probably sell it because you're gonna have another opportunity to buy it, right? Well, actually, let me check that. Chat, I don't know if you know, if you buy something from the shop, you are not allowed to buy it from the shop again, right? You have to wait, or you have to buy it in the auction house. Getting new headlights at the junkyard. There you go. You can't buy it again. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, you are kind of SOL. You can't sell it for a profit. I guess that sucks, but it is what it is. I would not. I did get that red key after talking about it, Hoth. It was bananas. I loved it. Yeah, you could get it for cheaper when it hits the shop. Yeah, that's true, Conman. You will definitely be able to get it cheaper when it hits the shop. I imagine several thousand will be sold, and people are going to be jumping at it to try and buy it. But, yeah, that would be nice, Jason J. I think they do it on purpose, though. I mean, obviously they do, but it is just bananas. That blueprint is not worth 2 reds. I would, from my perspective, you should definitely not buy that blueprint for more than, when it comes back, it'll be what, 2 yellow keys? I think it's just a rare. It's just a rare. Let's see, what was the shop? Yeah, 2 yellow keys. And you never know. I mean, we could hit an all-time high this year. Oh, you know, Bitcoin gods, please be good to us. But if we do, someone just threw 2 red keys on something that costs 2 yellow keys. Like, that's bananas to me. But I guess you do what you got to do. So there you go. That's the craziest thing in the auction house right now, in my opinion. But let's keep going down. I way overpaid for a Canada QB blueprint when I was doing a leaderboard run. Really silly of me because those rares are worth so little. But it is what it is. Let's see. You got ugly sweater, tikis. Maybe I'll start doing some tiki printing parties because I don't have many tikis. I've never printed any of the 3 rare tikis, that's for sure. Pumpkin QB going for 35. The Pilot, which we now know is the most common epic blueprints in the game, with over 2,100 blueprints, is even more common than the Pat Morita. And the Pat Morita, I don't know if you guys have seen that, has been going bananas as well. I saw one earlier. It may have finished because I think it had 1 clock left, so it should have been up there. But let's see if it's in here. There you go. It's at 2,100. Like, that's awesome that old Pat is got some value. I wish that I loaded the truck up because that thing was so cheap for so long. Let's see, we got Conman. What did you sell? The Shark BP? Oh, yeah, you just sold yours. Oh, Lord. I want to go to Canada and hunt for my... Yes, I would love to. I was so upset, Hoth, because I had the chance. I was in Canada on Canada Day, but T-Mobile was just screwing me. And it was taking me, like, forever to open even a single vault. I would sit there. It would spin. It was taking me, like, a minute, 2 minutes to open a vault, and I couldn't get it, so I just quit. I was like, I'm just, I'm here to enjoy myself, and I just wanted to see what was up. I gave up. I gave up on that. But let's see. Let's see here. Going back. So the Pat Morita's absolutely going gangbusters. Are there any sharks? Are there any sharks in the auction house? I don't remember seeing any recently, but there could be. Nope. We got some shark QBs. Oops. Do these have... This can't have a bid. 1 red? I mean, I know it's an expensive print, but... Whew. 5, so... We'll see what that one goes. That's pretty good. 500 for... With 2 clocks left. I'll take that. Tiki printing party. Let's go, Hoth. Yes, sir. I gotta do something since I can't get my hands on any cats. Man, you know what I want too is that Bitcoin Beach QB. Can you still get that in the game? That was only the special event, right? That was just the El Salvador event, so you can't get that blueprint unless they hold another one, if I'm not mistaken. Infinite. Yeah. Oh, damn. Floating vault. Wow, okay. So, can't get that one unless I buy it on the auction house. Let's see. Has it sold on the auction house? Wow, it has sold back in the day. One sold as recently as October. Oh, this was probably when they were trying to get a purple key, and that's why it went for such a low price, because everyone was trying to get a purple key to go to the fest. So I didn't have any keys at that time either, but that would be a cool one to get. I love the surfer QB, even though they don't call him that. I mean, he's got a freaking surfboard, right? So that's the Bitcoin one that I would want. Is theirs an annual event? I don't know if it's saying it's an annual event. I think it's done. I don't think you can get this one anymore. Trivia. Yeah, I think it's done and over with. Only available as a drop from the floating vault during the launch event. Strawn. Oh my god! So he was there during the launch event, because I was just gonna say I know Strawn was there, but I don't remember when. So was he there during the Purple Vault when that was there? Because that was the launch, right? I would have thought. But yeah, he's got the Bitcoin. I assume he's got it. That would be pretty sweet. It's their anniversary, like how we have the USA. Oh, okay. If they could have done it. I'm getting closer and closer. Oh my god. You and your army of green cubies. They have an annual event, or will, Corlithiel, or will. So when is that annual event? Because I'm down to do some traveling to get a pretty sweet new QB, a new blueprint. That's what drives me. I want those blueprints, baby. So I'd go down for that. Although it'd be tough because pupusas and surfboards. When am I gonna get? You know, like have any transacted? We have, oh my god, like no transaction history on those surfboards. I assume are even rarer. No transaction history at all on the surfboards. So there you go. Oh, okay. So yeah, there you go, Corlithiel. Here's the event. It does seem like it's supposed to be an annual event. So if anyone wants to plan it, you can go. Looks like July, August, maybe something like that. I'm down. Let's go to El Salvador. Come on. Love having you guys with all this knowledge on everything that's happening in Coin Hunt World in the stream. Fact check me. Fact check the wiki. Shit. So I would be down for that. So key cards have been selling really well. Look at that. Over 1-to-1 for key cards. I do have some key cards that I could sell, and I probably should get rid of them at this point, because the only thing that I have left to print is one flight attendant, and at the cost of 500 key cards, and there's 2 other flight attendants that I've already printed, it's not worth it trying to burn those to get that last, little bit. They are over, definitely over 1 key per card. Let's see, how many are at 3 clocks? Ah, damn it! There's a boatload at 3 clocks. But they're small batches, so let's do... I'm going to put some out there. Put my money where my mouth is, where those key cards at. Wow, I have that many? Oh, because of Adventure Road, too, because I was like, I didn't buy that many. We'll go with, what do you think? I like to try and get 99 keys with every sale, so we'll confirm that. Starting. There we go. 100 up for sale. Oh, God, so few keys. Oh, they're all in the auction house. So that, to me, is one thing really worth selling at the moment. I don't know how you guys feel about the key card prices and where you're at. Yeah, Corlithiel, I'm with you on the anniversary events. Like, just in general, events in general right now, everything seems to be in limbo with QBverse coming. So who knows when we're going to get, hey, Rainstorm, what is up? Who knows when and if we're going to get any events in the future. Hoth says El Salvador is not too far from him. There you go. You should get down there, get that Bitcoin beach blueprint, and make some money on it. Hey, Feralus, what's going on? Never wrong. It's never wrong. The wiki is never wrong. All the people that keep the wiki up to date, you're all champions, doing the people's work. So we all appreciate it very much. Use the wiki all the time. I couldn't have these streams without the wiki, because I would have no context at the prices of these things. Man, we've talked about these hearts a lot. The hearts are just, they can only go up in price, right? I know that there's some people, maybe even in the chat, that are trying to get as many of these hearts as possible. I saw an Air QB blueprint that someone listed for 2 reds. Man, blueprints are cleaning up right now, I'm telling you. So let's see how many Earth Hearts were there. 1,700 blueprints. Does it say? Maximum supply of Earth Hearts is 4,800. Whew. And let's see what the latest per official monthly average price for January. Wait, was that? No. For February was 102. So if you could sneak one in there, buy some up. I mean, like, I guess it's just, it fluctuates because we're up to 245. And I think that they get the data directly from the devs, so they don't do that live price history anymore, because that was a ton of work for Peregrine. And yeah, he's not doing that. So they get the info direct from the devs. So, you know, it's 30 days or whatever, 28 days of data, and that's the average price. So it's hard to gauge what it should be worth. I wish we could get the average price maybe in the numbers sold, because if 3 sold, like, okay, that could be very volatile. But if, like, you know, there was a lot more, maybe you could be more confident in that price. So, but it's still very helpful to have the data direct from the devs, as opposed to just having to rely on users. All right, Con Man, take it easy. See you later. Thanks for joining while you could. Hot says it's hot as balls in South Florida at the moment. Well, I believe you, man. I believe you. The Sushi Chef QBs, I am astonished at how well that price has been holding up, because I thought it was going to crater with the flood. 460. Are you kidding me? With the flood of new blueprints that were out in the wild. I mean, look at this. Back when I was printing and selling these things, there was only ever 1 or 2 in the auction house. With, like, at 1 clock there was 1 or 2, 2 clocks 1 or 2, 3 clocks 1 or 2. So we're already at more than that, and the prices are still holding up really well. I was happy to get 300. So what is... We did have the Nigiri in the AR recently, right? So that might be part of why. Let's see. Let's go to 1 clock and see what we're at. 30 for 68. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. What was the average price last month for all the people that got the blueprint out in Vegas and now hold the now have the ability? Okay, so average, wow, the price was coming down, 70 per 100. So 68 is for 30. That's not too bad if you wanted to bid on that. I have quite a few, I think. Let's see. I think I have a decent haul of Nigiri. Oh, God. I got a bunch of envelopes. That's not good. So I have 430 at the moment. And it's, what, 100 per print? What I don't have are chopsticks. So that's what I would need if I wanted to print those. Let's see what my envelopes say. Golly. Get away from my cat blueprint bids. Killing me. I need more cat BPs. When are they going to fix that reverse key thing? That's been in there for quite some time now. I know it's not like a huge deal. It doesn't actually impact the playability of the game. But oh, at this point, I think they're just leaving it in to troll us. They go back and forth on hearts returning. Probably won't, but game design is fluid. I 100% agree with you there, Corlithial. I think that they have to come back, because... If you, wow, Fairless, thank you for the gift. I didn't even see that you had gifted a sub yesterday. Thank you so much. It's hard for me to keep track on the phone. It doesn't give me the alerts as well. But yeah, because if they don't bring the hearts back, those blueprints will be useless. They'll just be a relic of what you used, you know. So I think maybe some people are right when they say, okay, look, we're going to get around the hearts never coming back by, like, putting them in pieces. And, oh, it's pieces of a heart, so the heart didn't come back, but you are able to put them together and form a heart. But I just can't see them wanting to have blueprints actually be useless. So I do agree. I think that they will come back at some point in some way. Nelak, what is up, buddy? You gotta love the auction house. Come on now. Where else are you going to go in and lose all of your keys? You can't do that only on yellow vaults. You got to get in the auction house and see what's going on. Throw your keys at stuff. So Wombat QB 785. Those cinnamon sticks, those are tasty. I don't know what they're selling for. Ooh, looks like they may have come down. Hey, thank you, Rainstorm. Oh, look at that. I got a little dancing T-Rex. So, yeah, they're still selling. If you got cinnamon sticks, it's not bad. Making it rain. Trash Tube, what's going on? Good to have you in here, buddy. Definitely got quite a few here at 3 clocks, so I wouldn't want to sell into that. But they sell in general. I mean, you need a bunch of them for the Wombat, so I think you're pretty much guaranteed. But at 285, 200 for the Wombat, right? What was the price? Was there anything? So if you bought 50 for 61, wow. Actually, what else does the Wombat require? I can't remember. I mean, that one's on the hot list, so you can't necessarily just base your decision on on what's on the hot list. The pumpkin seeds, oh, and silk, because the pumpkin seeds should be pretty much like useless. Those should be super cheap. Everyone had more of those than they knew what to do with. But we can just take a quick peek. Because at that price, let's say it's 1.1, so 220, maybe let's say 250 keys for the cinnamon sticks to print. Pumpkin seed. And we've got 680 going for 75 keys. So another 75, so that's up to like 325 on the high end. And then the fine silk, though, that can make it not profitable. Let's see. I don't remember. I feel like I've been hearing people talk about fine silk going for quite a bit. Oof, yes. That is expensive. So the fine silk is now one of the most expensive parts of that recipe. You've got them over 1-to-1. So that's why that Wombat is going so high. Because I was thinking at 785, he might be profitable. But shoot, maybe I should get on the fine silk bandwagon. Let's see, what was the average price of fine silk last month? Because 1-to-1, that's my tasty zone. That's when I really like to sell stuff, when it's at 1-to-1. So yeah, last month it was only 67 per 100. So less than 1-to-1. I wonder why. I just think we've hit a little bit of a high in the auction house for whatever reason. I think auction house has been pumped up a little bit. It's there. Thanks, Nelak. Limited hearts means variable limited use. Players can always eke out a little more via buying more hearts until the market. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Is Corlithial? There's a cap on hearts. If they don't bring them back, eventually every single heart means that they're useless. So I can't imagine that would happen. I can't. That would be tragic to me. But let's see how much fine silk I have, because that is a good price. I don't know off the top of my head. I barely ever look at that. Is that what I have? That's fine silk. Holy Moses. That's a lot of fine silk. Wowee. 100 for 115. Okay, we got not much in there. We're doing it. We are definitely doing it. put at least a little bit. Oh, I got to put those dancing flames in there too. Oops. Why do I have so much fine silk? I wonder what event that... I guess was that just the... Let's go 90. I don't want a yellow key back from it. Alrighty. And 1. Alright. Listed some fine silk up. Anyone is interested, although I mean, I have heard people talking about how they're buying fine silk, I think, but I don't know why you would be in the market to buy. What else is it used for? Is the Sheepow making money right now? There's no way that the flight attendants are making money. Let's see. That's the only thing I could think of is I've heard people talk about that occasionally that blueprint is profitable, but I've never seen it become actually profitable. 110, there's no way. It requires 200 fine silk. So definitely not profitable there. The Wombat we've already seen is not profitable because of the fine silk prices. Let's check the price on these flight attendants just to be sure. There's just no way though. Okay, well there's not even any in the auction house, but yeah, I think it's a good time to get rid of fine silk, but some people don't like to get rid of any special event resources. I get it. It makes sense. All right, Fairless, thanks for joining. It is the Tasty Zone, yes. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time. I appreciate all the viewers. Appreciate everyone being in here, of course. Let's see here. Keep on trucking through this auction house. We have got some good stuff. Good stuff to sell. It is definitely a seller's market at the moment. I am liking it. So let's see what the dancing flame is doing, if there's anything in there. I try to make it okay. I'll just sell them all, I think. What do the dancing flames go for? Let's see. Do we get silk in contest boxes? I wonder. I don't know. What? If we get them from there. But that's why I'm not afraid to sell lots of event resources, because we keep getting them back. We get them back in the quest boxes. We get them back in contest boxes. You know, I'm not afraid to sell them. All right, so per 100, going for 126. So I will sell them all. Let's get rid of these dancing flames. Corlithiel, if you need it, who else needs it? Rydale, if you're in here, I know you just got the fire elemental. Come on now. Get yourself some dancing flames so you can print that bad boy. Be ready for your next leaderboard run. Start stacking those those resources early on. So it's just a lot of stuff selling for some really great prices. The Doge QB, I want to say I saw it, the Doge QB blueprint not too long ago in the auction house. I did not have the money to the keys to buy. I always say money, the keys to buy it, but I would have loved to. Actually, it won't say, right? It won't say. These are just the Doge QB blueprint average price. So yeah, one did transact at 21.35. It looks like, or at least one transacted, I should say. Wow, one went in January for under 2,000. It's pretty good, pretty good. Although I don't think that's a profitable print. So, you know, selling for that much, it's a collector's item. I would love it to have it as a collector's item. It's the Doge QB. It's like a snapshot into, you know, the early parts of the game. Just a really cool thing to have. I would want one. So those stamps are, I don't know how stamps have done. I would have thought that they would go up in value at least a little bit, because of the announcement of QBverse and there will be lots of people that need lots of stamps in order to make all the things they want. Because I want to put down benches and trees and street lights. You know, I want to pimp out my area. So I will need lots of stamps. I'm trying not to buy them. I have yellow vaults to hit. So I'd rather drop a yellow key in and maybe get, you know, crypto or get a stamp, which I would want anyways. But let's see. We've got... So they were selling for an average of 30 per stamp in February. Where are we at now? Let's see. A US stamp. Is it USA stamp? Nope. Oh, it's USA country stamp. I hate... Alright. There we go. Okay. So you got 5... That's holding steady at like 30 per. Ooh, wow. A 5-pack going for 58. Don't mind if I do. That's 5, right? Yeah, that's 5. Let's go. 63 keys. Feel free to outbid me, whatever. I think that's a hell of a deal. I don't know how that has stuck down there. 2 for 51 as well, but that's pretty close to what they should be going for. So I think in general, they're probably still hovering at around that 30 per. And someone actually mentioned the other day to me that Canada stamps are less valuable than the USA stamps, which to me makes no sense. There's got to be way more USA stamps in... But they're the same price, 30 per. That's bonkers. That is absolutely bonkers. So let's go and see if we can make some bids on the Canada country stamps, because I don't have any. I still have not won any bids yet. Oh, wow. 2 for 115. 2 for 65. Okay, I'll bid on the 2 for, I guess. Oh, gosh. That's okay. I got a bunch of blue keys. Wait, let me see if I have a package of green keys waiting for me. Yes. Yes, I do. 65. Stupid cats keep getting outbid. And 64. So that's more cat blueprints. Both cat blueprints I'm getting outbid on. Come on! Canada country. Alright. We'll put in a bid on this one, and now we have the green keys to do it. Alright. See, this is how people burn all their keys in the auction house. I get it now. I'm not usually much of an auction house buyer, but then you're like, wow, look at that deal. Look at this deal. And the Philippines and El Salvador stamps, I believe, are also coming down in price, but they're still, you know, obviously a lot more expensive than ours. But let's see, what about UK? That's one that I always forget about, that there should be a fair amount of UK stamps. Those are a little bit more, but that's the cheapest way to get the 3 stamps that you would need, right? Post the rose. What's the coffee today, Nelac? Sorry if I missed that from earlier. The coffee is... Oh, it's just a fire dragon. Oh, damn it, Corlithiel. Yeah, my bad. It's the fire crystals for that, the elemental. Oh god, well, he's on his own for that. Coffee today, I'm back to my my instant coffee, my easy instant coffee. So yeah, we got no Trader Joe's instant. I might get some Starbucks a little bit later, but I'm back to my normal instant with some oat creamer. All right. Oops. The UK country stamps, let's see. I definitely need some of those, but I'll probably continue to wait on getting those. At least right now, I don't have enough keys, really, to just keep bidding on crap. Wow, someone's selling 15. Jeez. I mean, that's a good way to go. You get your red key, turn it into a bunch of yellows, but... Wow, one for 70, 3 for 200. Those are good prices. I mean, for the sellers... I'm not gonna buy one quite just yet, but eventually I will have to, because I need 3 for my structures, for the flower shop and the pizzeria. Maybe not the flower shop, but the pizzeria and the coffee maybe. I need the 3 for. So keep on waiting on those. But the prices in the auction house are definitely going on up. And there's a... I wonder if there are any other Pat Morita cubies in the auction house, because that blueprint price is so crazy. It's not... No, just the one. Okay. And what about chopsticks? Those bad boys are always expensive. Always breaking the bank trying to get my hands on those for the sushi. Oh, and they're at 1-to-1. So it's better to sell the chopsticks than it is to try and convert them into anything else at the moment. Let's see. Let's go through just the resources. Bones, of course. Actually, that's a pretty good deal. Slightly below 1-to-1. I need them, I think, in order to print some of the Halloween stuff that I haven't printed yet, but is what it is. Oh, Anthurium. Hey, that's a good deal on Anth. Something that I always need. Ooh. Let's go 1 clock. Yes, sir. Definitely gonna bid on that. Could always use some more Anth. Competing cat printing stream. Someone's trying to compete with me. Come on now. Fire crystals for fire elemental. Yes, Hoth, you are right. Absolutely, that was my mistake. 3 Canadian stamps for 2 yellows. Oh, 5 Canadian stamps for 2 yellows. That is a very solid deal there. Wow, you definitely got a good deal on some stamps there. I hope I can get that pack of 5 US stamps for 63 keys. That is bonkers cheap. But I'm pretty positive that someone's going to outbid me very quickly on that one. Oh. God damn you, Craigshood. Although I think these are the... Oops. Did he put a bid in on my red paint, though? So there you go. He's all over the auction house. Who is this guy? All right. Auction house, buy items. All right. Well, oops. Go back to resources. Actually, yeah, we'll go back to resources. Cricket bats. Cricket bats. Cricket bats. Yellow paint. That is a good price for yellow paint. Dang. Why are we now like outbidding Toasties on the line? Come on. It's probably Nelak. It must be. That's his alt. That is his alt. It's yellow paint, 1 clock. Wow. Hey, I'm digging those prices for yellow. I don't want to sell right now, though, because I need... yeah, there's so many players not on Discord. That is 100% the truth, Hoth. There are lots and lots of players. I think it's something that some of the hardcore players actually lose sight of, is that there's a ton of hunters that play and, you know, they're fairly engaged with the game, but they do not join on Discord. They're not really much for the social media aspect of it. So... yeah, you lose sight of that until you start selling or buying, and then you're like, who are these people that are outbidding me on stuff? But I would, if I didn't have cat blueprints that I needed to print, I would be selling yellow paint, because that is really, that's a stellar price. You're like almost approaching, you know, like red paint prices right there, red and purple paint. Let's see how many 3 clocks. There's no yellow paint at 3 clocks. Guys, if you want to clean up on some yellow paint, I would list some today, because whenever you find something that you're not having any competition in selling, you are going to get a good price. So, not financial advice. Actually, it is financial advice. So, you know, let's be honest here. This is some definite key advice. I would sell some yellow paint. I don't want to, because I guess I could try and sell it and then buy it back at a cheaper price. Why don't we do that? Screw it. Well, but I want to print tomorrow. Ah! Yeah, I'm not going to do it. It's going to ruin my printing party. Oops. What about red paint? Let's see what the red paint is doing. Red paint's going pretty good. I saw Kevo had a construction QB that he was printing. Let's see how those bad boys are selling. I've never really looked. How much should one sell, Hoth? Well, it depends on what you want to do, what you want to get out of it. So for me, I always try to get 99 keys. So that means I got to sell it for 110. So if I were selling yellow paint at the moment, that 6,000 number is pretty good. I would probably do it for 5,000 and hope that I get a yellow out of it. Because you got 33 at 50 keys. So yeah, I would try and put 5,000 and hope that I get a yellow. But if you don't care and you just want a fat stack of yellow keys, then you could sell as much as you want, you know, and just get a bunch of yellow keys back. But I like getting green keys because I use them. I'm going to stick them in green vaults, convert those into crypto for the most part. But if you just want to like buy and sell in the auction house, have at it. Put a fat stack out there and see what happens. Because right now there's still demand. There's cat blueprints that are being sold all the time. People need this yellow paint in order to print them. So there is definite need and demand for that yellow paint. And that's why, you know, I think it's selling pretty well at the moment. But that's actually really good. 6,000 for 115. I don't know how hot that is, but I would take that in a heartbeat. But I was going to look at the construction QB, and it looked like it was selling. So 1 for 36 and 2 for 35. What is the, for all of you construction blueprint owners, what is the cost to print that bad boy? Construction blueprints. Oops, that's not what I want. Construction QB. Because I'm assuming it's probably, wow, 2,000 blue paint. That's it. So 2,000 blue paint, you go 10,000 is worth about 100 keys. So 2,000 is worth 20 keys. 1,000 resin is like nothing. So if you can sell one construction QB, you are basically making almost profit. I would probably do like the other people are doing, which is sell 2 at a time and try and get a slightly higher price. Because selling one with the green key to list it, that's 10, plus, you know, the 20 keys for the blue paint, that's 30 keys. So if you don't hit that, you're not making a profit. But if you post 2 of them, hopefully you could sell it for, you know, like 40 or 45 keys. So that one's a very tight margin. Wow, someone's trying to sell 5 of them. I do not think that's worth it, because I don't think people are going to put enough of a bid on 5 to make it profitable. I would say like 2, maybe 3 at the most. But I don't know. I don't have experience selling things in bigger quantities. I sell the Ethereum QBs sometimes in 2-packs, but never in more than 2 packs. I just don't think that there's enough people that would be willing to spend, you know, that much on several of the QBs. So I don't do that. But we know that this bad boy went for like 2 red keys, didn't it? Didn't I see a blueprint go for something stupid recently? It's not on there. It should update, because I think it was sold in March. But yeah, we shall see. 15 or Corlithio put a call out, 15 to 25 packs for UK stamps. I picked up the 20. Oh my god. Yeah. I think that's a good use for a red Corlithial. It's definitely like, you got to find out what you want to do with the red keys. You know, if you've got a stack of them, how do you want to approach it? Are you trying to downforge them? Are you going to buy something like resin, or do you want to use them? Yeah, I know. Corlithial making those big brain baller moves. But that's why he's always got a fat stack of keys. Like, I'm always sitting there wondering how I'm going to get my next key, my next QB meal. And Corlithial's over there in his castle filled with red keys. But I'm trying to hunt more happy hours so that I can sell more paint. That's the only way I know how to make keys, is hunting happy hour and selling paint. But let's keep on moving here and see what else we've got. I sold some purple paint. I was very happy with it. I think I told you guys about it on the stream. That may have been why it sold. I don't know. But it sold pretty well. I was very happy with it. Still not as well as Ethereum QB, which we can take a look at and see how many are in the market right now. There's only 2. Routinely run dry on keys, Corlithial says. I don't know. You stuck 4 red keys on a blueprint. I don't know how you're running dry. But, whoa! That's right. Someone is selling 10 Ethereum QBs. I don't know what they were thinking selling a 10-pack. I saw that. But that is nuts. You're not going to make a profit. That's too much. I know. How do you rebuild that stack? Leaderboard Global was a start with 500 and battle test my AH strategy. What's your AH strategy? Give me the beans. Give me the beans. Man, my chat on this thing is so slow to react. I gotta really pull up my second computer, my little laptop. All right, let's, oops. Keep on moving here. Let's just see what a Bitcoin QB is going for at the moment. Let's see where we're at. I don't think it's going to be very high. 50 keys. 50 keys, and it costs 2,000 red paint. That is nuts. Red paint is going to beat that every day just by itself. That's nuts. You got 27 going for 86, 1,500 going for 50 right there. And it costs some other paint as well, so totally not worth it. I don't know who so desperately wants that blueprint, but by God, they're going to... Oh my God! Someone bid it up to 3 reds! Who is doing this? Get out of here, guys. This blueprint is coming back. Are you kidding me? Someone should put a bid in just so we know what maniac is bidding this up to that level. 3 red keys. What are they thinking? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, Corlithial giving us the beans on his big moves. Oh my God. Could you imagine? I would not want to risk winning that bad boy. I would have thought I risked winning it, though, at 2,200, so I would have never bid that much because I'm like, I don't want to win that bid. I remember when I bought my Ethereum QB blueprint for, like, for sure someone not on Discord, Hoth. Yes, for sure someone not on Discord. That is bonkers. I bought my Ethereum blueprint for 600 keys, and everyone thought I was insane. But that one's profitable. Let's see. I'm sure there's not... Oops, that's not what I meant to... I'm sure there's not. When was the last time an Ethereum QB or Ethereum blueprint went up for sale? Let's see. Blueprint. Wow, one went in February for 1,200 keys, and we've got a Bitcoin. But for some reason, the Bitcoin one has always been more valuable. Even though it's not, it's totally not. It's never it's almost never profitable, and that's that's got to drive your decision making, or it should at least. So I don't know who's doing that, but yeah, the Ethereum one at 1,200, I would still buy that Ethereum QB blueprint. I think you could make the keys back. I think you could make the keys back if you're willing to hunt enough happy hours and get that purple, or even just buy the purple, I guess, because purple paint, sometimes you can get like a big fat stack for a really small amount. You go and print some cubies, some Ethereum cubies, and over the course of 2, 3, 4 weeks, you could probably make, you know, a few hundred keys on that in profit. But not the Bitcoin one. So that is just absolutely bonkers. Let's see. Anything else that is losing its mind? I don't think there's anything else big in the auction house right now that that we could get. I wish I had Rydale in here so he could tell me how much he paid for that fire elemental. That would be cool. And then this was the water QB blueprint that I saw in the auction house. I think if you wanted to, you could start playing like the other game, you know, in terms of what's going to be a water elemental or a water, what's going to be like the different classes. So it will be interesting. I would think that the sea turtle would be water, maybe the sneaky seal, and maybe focus on those as opposed to just looking at the elemental blueprints. Take my, you can sell one routinely for around 50 key blue key profit. Wait, what? Who's selling the freaking Bitcoin cubies for a profit? I don't know how that's happening. Hang on. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab my other laptop because I'm sick of not having access to the live chat because Streamlabs is really slow to give me the chat update. So I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my laptop. Here we go. Let's go back to Creator Dashboard. We are live. Pop out chat. Yay, okay. Wow, there we go. That's so much better. I should have just had this open from the start. I could not. This thing is so far behind. All right. So, do you always show your listings too? He keeps it in the proper channel. Yes, Corlithial, I'm sure. Nelac, sorry if that's what you were curious why I'm so far behind on my... Coley in the house? Is Coley here? Let's go, Coley. What is up? We got to get Belknack in. When is Belknack going to reveal some slices of this? Or if he doesn't want to reveal it, I totally get it. But some slices of that Ace QB recipe, that would be fantastic. I don't know if Coley you saw, but like before there was a tracker for Zach, he would show how far or how close he was to being able to print it. That's just an idea. I'm not sitting here saying Belknack should do that. If he wants to keep it secret forever, hey, good on him. I would totally understand. But yeah, I'm going to keep pushing though. Oh, man. Yes, Corlithial is saying kind of the same thing that I am, which is that selling something on a day when there's nothing else competing, that's always a good time to sell. Like, you are going to get a good price at that point because every day people want to buy the same thing, and you're just going to be in good shape if you are selling against nobody. Coley, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being in here, checking out our auction house chatter today. I'll give you a picture of something absolutely bananas, which is a Bitcoin blueprint in the auction house that is going for 32. There's a bidding war. Who is bidding at 32.55, Coley? That is crazy. He is buying up resources for another print. That's crazy that Zach is doing that. I wonder if he's like still getting his walking quests in. but not opening any vaults, because where's he getting all the keys to do this? I mean, that blueprint, the cost to print the legendary is astronomical. Let's see, or that legendary. Let's see, architect. Let's see what it says. Plus 10%. So cost to print. Hopefully this market price is like live. I kind of doubt it is, because those beach cocktails, that is not accurate. Now you could get the beach cocktails for like 20 keys for 2 cocktails or something. But maybe that's the reason. The scales are still that would be crazy expensive. The scales are that's still probably about the right price. The red ribbons, I have no idea how much that might cost. So I guess really he should be pretty quick at getting those scales now. I would have thought, anyways. Any theories on what is going to happen when we gather all the Zodiacs? Oh, golly. Well, I mean, Illusion Weaver has said repeatedly that we're going to have, to do something with them, or something's going to happen with them. But who knows what? I don't think I've really ever seen anything from him specifically on what we might do. Is it going to give us a blueprint? Let's see. We'll go back to new. So, has been around for, might have sneaky suspicion that one day some crazy epic quest might appear that requires you to have all 12 Zodiacs to unlock something of legendary proportions. So, do we think? Yeah, there you go. Dang, Hoth, good memory. The upper crust peeps would help sell. Yeah, man, Coley. I would absolutely be willing to help sell. To fund that thing. We just, at some point gotta let us know if he doesn't want to release the recipe, then you could hit me up in DMs and stuff. I won't squeal, but obviously the more people you involve, the more risk there is that someone will leak out the resource requirements. But yeah, absolutely, Cole. Let me know what he needs, and I'll put some in there if I've got it. I'm not like a huge repository for special event resources, but I've got some for sure. Changes every year. Honestly, we did not think about the fact that the Zodiac, what is this in response to? Changes every year, slipped our mind. Whoopsie. But yeah, it's going to be a quest. So another monument. Is there going to be a new monument? Is that something that they're in the process of making? And then if they do make a new monument for the 12 Zodiacs, will you have to travel to get it? I wouldn't be surprised if that was something that you had to do. I think that there would probably be some anger if you had to travel, because they'd be like, well, I can't make it out there. And, I totally understand, like, if they were like, oh, we're going to do it in Nebraska. Not everyone's going to be able to just, pick up and fly or drive to Nebraska. But I think part of this game is they like to make people go somewhere, in order to get something done. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was a monument somewhere, and you needed all 12. Or maybe it was kind of like the Tiki style quest, where you actually only need one, but you need 12 other hunters to fill out the entire Zodiac thing. I don't know. It could be something like that, but that's the last thing Illusion Weaver has said about it. Let's see if Cuckoo Puffs has said anything about it. We got Zodiac. Go old. So easily could have 12 months of Jack Black. We definitely misled everyone to think the Adventure Road had a Zodiac theme. What? What is this in response to? Cuckoo Puff's beans are like so hard to keep track of because he's all over the place. Cuckoo Puffs is all over the place. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what will happen with these 12, but who knows? Fairlist is back. Woo! Especially us from the UK. Yeah, Stonehenge Zodiac theme monument in the house, 100%. The Zodiac theme will be at Stonehenge. That is apparently, a thing that's going to happen. I think that everyone from the UK would be down. Hey, give me a reason to go to the UK and do something cool out there. That would be fun. I would love to go. I've never actually been to London. I've flown in there, so I've been there for a few hours and hung out in the airport, but I've never actually visited England at all, or the UK in general. So I would love to have a reason to head out there and do some. KKP beans seem like they're usually thoroughly roasted. KKP, like, his beans are usually just like insanity. I love it. It's always like kind of just out there thinking, but I don't know how developed they are. My morning breakfast smoothie. So yeah, who knows what they might say. I don't know. Illusion Weaver looks like he's in Discord. I wonder if he's spilled anything over the last couple days. Top by going ahead with your QB. Nope. No changes. Hawaii Quest will be fully operational in QBverse. Okay, so he's just, I guess over here he's confirming that the quests that are like in the game at the moment will continue to be in the game for QBverse, like the Hawaii Quest and the Las Vegas Monuments. Those are the only two, right, at the moment. So that's good for anyone that wants to do those, or for us BP holders that, maybe we're concerned that it would be worthless or something. I don't know. What is going on here? Oh, that's just for Philippines. Got some random system vault in the, yeah, okay. We've got, yeah, he was spilling some beans on, this was when we were talking with Cuckoo Puffs on what would happen, what's the territory going to be like in the QBverse. And this is when he says specifically UV 2.0. So this was a big deal when I read it. I don't think I talked about it at all. But here, even though we haven't had mention of a UV 2.0 in a long time, it wasn't in Hunter's Lodge 7. No one's really brought it up. Will there be a new UV 2.0? What's it going to, consist of? Because I was nervous that if they're going to make the map so much denser and there's going to be more system vaults everywhere, are they going to say, like, that's enough, we don't need any more user vaults because there's plenty of system vaults for you to collect crypto from? But here he goes and says that UV 2.0s will be able to, you'll be able to build them on your territory. So, yeah, I guess we'll have them. Who knows how much they'll cost? I'm hoping that maybe it'll be cheap. Like, would you guys be okay with a UV 2.0 if it costs 10 crystal keys? I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough for them to make any money off of it. Or maybe let's not say make any money, but like to have that kind of sustainability to the payouts. But would you be okay with 10 crystal keys for a UV 2.0? How many crystal keys would you be willing to spend on a UV 2.0? Because 1,000 is $100, so 10 is what, $1? So I mean, to me that would be worth it. That's only a few days worth of hitting it, realistically. Would you pay 50 though? So $5? I don't know. 100 is getting too much. Cole says he'd be down to pay 100. I would definitely still pay 100. That would be a little bit more. And it would take you a lot longer to get that payback. But if you play this game for 2, 3, 4 years, that payback will happen. And then at some point, you're pure profit, right? So I would be willing to. And technically, even if you are a brand new player, if there are system vaults in the game, you can go hit those system vaults, collect crypto, or QB coins at least, until you have enough to buy the UV structure, the blueprint and all that. So you will still be able to collect it with just in-game effort. So I think that's like a important aspect, is that you will still be able to effort your way to buy anything in-game. You do not need to put your own money into it. And I think that's an important aspect of it because it keeps it basically free to play, right? If there are system vaults in there and you can still collect keys by just walking around, then you can earn the crypto or the QB coins to buy crystal keys and then buy the structures that you want to have, right? It might take you longer than if you were to just pump money into the game, but that's okay. To me, that's okay. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see the new UV 2.0s and all that they might bring with the rest of the structures as well. I wonder if that's the reason Anth prices are a little bit down. I don't know if that's really enough for me to say Anth prices are down when there was only so little in the auction house. Oh, you know what? I wanted to try something. Let's see. Mod. Does that do anything? Unable to add moderator shit. Okay, never mind. I'll have to fiddle with it again. Oh man. So what else? What else are you guys buying and selling? What do we want to investigate here? Anth is more for me. What else do we have that people might be interested in buying or taking a look at, a deeper dive? Of course, QBs. What do we have? What kind of epic QBs? Because I feel like epic QBs are very valuable to keep in the game because you don't know when you're going to need it, when you're going to need to equip it for that freaking yellow quest. And if you're going on a leaderboard run, it's very worthwhile to have every single epic that you can so that you can equip it and get that yellow vault's worth, basically a free yellow vault's worth of leaderboard points. At least that's what I think it's about a yellow vault, right? I don't know if it's 50 points or 100 points. 120 is a perfect yellow vault. 50 would be if you were in chill mode, I assume. So these black cats, astronomical. Absolutely astronomical. Okay, so that doesn't have any bids. That's a 690. That's good because that's freaking expensive. 700, is that the floor? Wow. Who is putting these floors? That is crazy. 595. No bids. I can't. 569. No bids. Snowman QB at 850. Wombat 795. That should probably sell, I would think. It's definitely underpriced for the resources. That gingerbread QB is never going to sell for a red key. You're crazy. Crazy. I would like to see a small amount of crystal keys return from UV 2.0. That would be interesting, Cole, if they ever included a way in the game to earn crystal keys. But while it would be cool to just get direct crystal keys, I would think that technically, I mean, if you're earning crypto, you can just convert that to crystal keys. They need to put different tiers of like purchasing crystal keys. So you can purchase like $5 at a time, $10 at a time, $50 at a time. You know, they need to do that for sure to make it more convenient and so that you don't have to plow in just $20 to buy. But, you know, I think that they basically do that. I know some people don't want to spend their crypto to buy the crystal keys, and I get that. But yeah, that would be interesting if there was a mechanism or a way to get crystal keys from the game somehow. We'll see. Maybe the UV 2.0s will have something like that. Within that 5% return, maybe. Maybe that's something that we'll see down the road, a way to get crystal keys. I wonder if Illusion Weaver has ever talked about that. Lots of stuff will just cost 10 crystal keys and require 1 stamp. Yes, he was talking about that. Structures cost up to 100k crystal keys, which is absolutely insane. 10 grand. But those are monuments. Probably will purchase 12,000 crystal keys. Crystal key bundles. Oh, look, in February, he said that the design team is working on Crystal Key bundles. Individual Crystal Key purchases, bundles for discounts. That would be cool, Trugoy, if they had bundles for discounts. I mean, everyone loves a good deal, a good discount. So they talked about doing, 12,000 Crystal Keys for 1,000, which is, obviously a bit of a discount. So we'll see what they come up with. I didn't see this message that the design team was working on that already. So that will be good when they can actually get that into the game. I can't wait because buying $20 worth at a time is very annoying. When you want, if you wanted to buy something really mega expensive, like that would be really annoying. But we've already had guys that plowed in $1,000 or more to get their green user vaults. So not a lot of green vaults. Yeah, so he hasn't mentioned Crystal Keys that often. Maybe let's say if he has done this though. Nope, nothing there. I am looking forward to the day that they do implement the construction blueprints though. And I want to plow some Crystal Keys in and buy more blueprints. You know what I never look at? Coin Hunt Fest participation. Wow, is that a real bid? God dang. Coin Hunt, the participation NFT. 1,500 keys. Nice. Nice. I never look at this NFT tab. I really should. I mean, there's interesting stuff that could potentially be sold there. So if anyone is interested, does anyone in chat that went to Coin Hunt Fest, is anyone planning on selling anything that was like a one-time use from the fest, like whether that be one of the cubies or anything related to the fest? How can I go all? There we go. So let's see. Is that going to give me anything? How about? I'm wondering if anyone's trying to sell the female. She's the Resort World QB, right? Oh, whoops. I got this thing. Nothing there. What was her name? Never hodl for life, Trash Tube says. Hodl for life. I'm probably in that same boat. I can't imagine that I would sell any of those QBs. Isn't it a Resort World QB? Isn't that the... Alright, let's go to this one and see what it says here. Or I guess I could look in my inventory and find out. Yeah, Resorts World. I would think that the Resorts would have... So no one's... Not even that one. I thought maybe someone would sell that one because it's not everyone's favorite QB. But I guess not. And how about CHF? Let's see. I can't imagine that anyone is gonna sell the VIP QB because A, it's there's so few of them, but B, he is an awesome looking QB. I love that guy. So no Coin Hunt Fest stuff in the auction house. Vegas High Roller. I kind of doubt it as well. Nothing. What do you guys think? Sure thing, I've got a bag, a beaten visor. Oh my gosh. Oh, Corlithial says he's willing to sell all of the physical stuff, but none of the pixels. None of the pixels from Coin Hunt Fest. Isn't that interesting? None of the pixels from the fest. Didn't go, but not selling. Yeah, not selling 100%. That seems like the common theme there. What do you guys think that this stuff would go for if you did sell it? I mean, actually, I've been meaning to look at this. Oh, they are not selling anymore. Now that people know, wow, a 10-pack has no bids. One Joker for $777. Oh my goodness. Yep. It was over. Should have sold it right at the beginning. Should have sold it right when you got those Jokers. You'd have made a fortune. I sold none. But man, that would be Really, real. Wow, challenges and criticisms. Yes, there's always criticisms. How many does it know? Do we know? Was it 25 of us? Unknown how many blueprints there were? Really? Ah, you know what? Well, I don't. Yeah, actually, I don't know. Does anyone have a count? Do we have a count of how many VIPs there were? I kept hearing the number 25, and that was kind of my guesstimate to how many people there were, but, you know, I don't know. We could put the list together, right? I mean, we could absolutely put a list together to see, but I don't know how good it would do us. The only person that I thought might sell his VIP QB was IT Guy because he was so, like, lightly participating. But he said no. He said that he was not willing to part with it. So I don't know who else would want to sell their VIP QB in the game. But I think it would go for... Honestly, it might go for more than the Architect. It might, even though there's only 3 Architects. The reason I may not ever buy an Architect is because then I would never want to wear anything else. Because you have to wear the Architect to get that resin buff. And you should definitely wear the Architect because you paid a purple key for it. I'm not, blaming or criticizing anyone that did buy it, just maybe why I wouldn't. I like wearing different QBs. And I would be a little sad if I always had to wear the Architect to make sure that I was getting that 10% resin bump. So, don't think publicly 25 VIP sold. We don't have the total since that didn't include mods or developers. Do we really think that anyone... aside from maybe like Illusion Weaver and Renee, when QB Transmog, because we know Illusion Weaver has one because he was the first to print, but I can't imagine that they gave a bunch of them to the devs. I don't even know if the devs really play much. So maybe Renee got one, maybe, but I don't know who else would have had the epic outside of the players. So 25 VIPs were sold, and we know that Illusion Weaver has an epic, but I think Illusion Weaver will probably never sell anything that he has that's like kind of related to that. So I think 25 is pretty much the amount that might be transactable, and just based on that bus and the people that were in there that I saw all weekend, I don't see who would be willing to part with it. It would have been interesting though if like the Goose Bros or some of those other people actually were able to keep their VIP instead of getting banned. I bet you they would have sold. I bet you they would have. But the Goose Brothers are no more, and we'll never see them or their VIPs ever again, I guess. Let's see. These freaking HQ BPs, they go too. I've never sold one. Look at the treehouse still going for a red key. Is that... Yep, that's got bids. The Christmas tree, the rare, is going for 400. That's pretty tasty. I think I actually have a couple of those in my inventory. I wonder if any epics have transacted recently. Christmas tree. Let's see if I can get here and then find the trees that way. Well, that's annoying. How do I find the... Alright, 2022. Let's go to here and see if they have them. Oh, are they not? Oh, they're not tracked on the wiki. That's interesting. It doesn't seem like anyways that they're tracked. That's a shame. So we don't know. I think that's kind of common though. I don't know like if the NFTs, I don't think they're really tracked as well in terms of pricing. So we got to get some more people on that wiki team. They need some help. We know some did since it was either Fire or Anakura. Someone spotted had the VIP status. Well, we'll see what happens with those VIPs. I still don't think we'll ever see them in the auction house. Maybe the Resorts World QB. I think that we could potentially see the Resorts World QB go into the auction house. But, oh, you know what? I want to check where the heck I am on the QB leader. Damn it. What did I get outbid on? Placed a bid on my auction of red paint. Let's go. Oh, Atrocities. Atrocities. No, I meant Atrocities. Get out of here. Why are you outbidding me on my pack of stamps? That was such a good deal. Such a good deal. Let's see. I bet you they bid it up too. Oh my, all my cats. Golly, 35 per. 35 per. No, yeah, they bid it up real good. 110. Oh, man. I don't need USA stamps that bad. I do not need USA stamps. I will get them on my own. Oops. All right. So we'll go back into here. I have a Christmas tree. I don't know if I would sell it. 400 keys. It certainly gives you way more than 400 keys worth of items. Because the rare, we were able to get pretty much everything we wanted. Wasn't me, Nelx says. Wasn't me. You were able to get the jingle bells, the yarn, everything out of the rare tree. And I think, though, even the tiny Christmas trees were giving up some good items to sell. Let's see. Because the jingle bells those are good to sell, and if you had the tiny Christmas tree, those were giving you jingle bells, right? Okay, yeah, they're selling okay. 50 is 190. That's actually kind of low. I would have thought for more. Wow, 50 for 190, and someone put a bid in of 105 for 250 of them. Sometimes I just don't know. Like, people just buy, they put a bid in on something, and I don't think they look at anything else. That, or maybe it's someone that's buying it at market. You know? If you know what I mean. What else? Yarn. I would probably not sell my yarn at this point, but I don't know why I'm holding it as well. I've already printed the Epic, and I don't care to print the ugly sweater guys. I just, for those rare randomizers, it's too risky. I don't want to reprint. I just, you know, whatever. I just want to have them. If I really wanted to have those QBs, I'll just buy them. And a rare is not worth it for a leaderboard run. You know, I'd just rather, you know, spend the keys and hit some more green user vaults and do it that way rather than try and print a randomizer rare. But yarn is, wow, super cheap. 500 for 75. Jeez. That's so crazy that it's that cheap. Isn't it? That pretty much, was it 1,000 for the ugly sweater guys? Oh, but they also require 500 lumps of coal, which is no joke. Because I was gonna say you might be profitable on those. The coal though was hard to get because I think the coal did not come from anything but rare trees, right? So yeah. 500 is those are going for quite a bit. Oof, that's unfortunate because then if you got ugly sweater, no. Oh, okay, they're not. Can't search them by that. All right, Taylor. They should all be going for the same price, I would think. But no Taylors in the auction house. Lily, first to print, of course. Manel and Trugoy stepping it up for the U.S. Wow! Oh no, that's Tiger Lily. I was like, no way! There are no ugly sweaters in the auction house. Xmas RNG was so bad for me. Hit so many epics and no Nutcracker. That was a common theme, unfortunately, from this year's Christmas quest line. Skipper QB for 420, but that is barely covering the cost of acquiring the yarn and the coal. Well, it's not really even covering the cost. It's definitely selling at a loss, so there you go. That is also not a profitable print. You know what people were saying was profitable for a little bit? I think was it the Rudolph? What does that require? The Rudolph is 100 antlers, which people should have had a boatload of. Whoa, no! There goes my phone. How did that fall? Well, it's still alive and kicking. I'm going to plug it in, though. It's at 9%. It's very warm as well. Yeah, the computer should last. Okay. So we got antlers. Let's see. That might be a good print at the moment. Antlers, 210 for 20. Get out of here. How many do I have? Let me make sure before I bid, but that sounds delectable. Oops. Antlers. I have 850, but that's 8 prints worth. Yeah. Definitely gonna be putting a bid in on that. Get out of here. Because let's see. Even if you can't profit now, we know that leading up to Christmas later this year, there will be a time when it's slightly profitable to print and to sell the Rudolphs. They're not selling at all right now, which is a little shocking that they're not. They're just going for minimum bids, but you know, I just bought 100 antlers for, well, I didn't just buy them, but was that 200 for the minimum bid. So if you get it at that price, even if you sell it, that's pretty decent. So I will buy those because I think that eventually we'll be able to sell a bunch of those and make some money, because that's the cheapest Christmas print. I think the Elf, they require 100 Jingle Bells, which sell, they sell too well, and you're not going to. The Santa QB, that one's an expensive common. My God, 100 Jingle Bells. I don't know who thought up that one, but the 100 Jingle Bells for a common was way high. And then we got the Elf, which is also 100, which makes it fairly expensive. Yeah. 2 walnuts. Oh, Lord. Should probably get rid of those. I don't... With the really hard to print epics, I don't know if it's worth saving those resources. You know, I have 2 walnut, or I have a couple of walnuts at least in my inventory, but is it worth saving them? What am I going to keep them for? You know, I can't imagine that I'm going to print another Nutcracker. Why would I print another one? I've already printed one. The leaderboard points are gone. You can't ever really sell those profitably. Like those epics, they're not profitable. So why hold on to them? You know, I got 2 walnuts, and if you sold them, what do they go for? If you sold them maybe at the end of the month when people are looking to print epics that they haven't printed before, wow, they're cheap. 18 per walnut. That's incredibly low. For how hard those were to get, I am shocked that they're so cheap. Because those were definitely one of the hardest, 1 or 2 item things to get. That's what I had to buy one. I bought one in order to complete the quest. I got the Nutcracker blueprint, but I did not get that second walnut. So I bought one. I think I paid 200 keys for it. I might have bought a 2-pack. And I paid 200 or 300 keys for the 2-pack, which was a steal. I think I got lucky. And I can't believe they're going for that cheap, because it's an epic print that you're gonna need, for a leaderboard run. So could be a good investment if you wanted to buy it and try and sell it a little bit later in the month. Let's see what it says the walnuts average price was last month. Wow. So the official average price in February was 26 and 47 in January. So it's just falling like a stone. But, you know, I think that might be a good investment, to be honest with you. Print another nutcracker. Print another nutcracker. I guess I could print another nutcracker. But what am I going to do with it? We're going to sell it? What's a nutcracker going for? Actually, $1,000 keys, 2,000 yarn. Let's see. What's the biggest? So we got a 350, a 200, 200, a 645. That's a pretty good, sizable. How much is eggnog worth? Because I'm looking, because I'm like, is it profitable to sell a nutcracker? 1,000 keys is quite a lot. Can buy 250 for 40, and the ball of yarn is pretty. So it says last month it was 25 per 100. So 10, 250, 500. Wow. Let's see. What do you guys think? Where's my little nutcracker? Shall I post it? What do you think, chat? Put it up there? See what it does? I think, man, it's pretty close. It is pretty dang close to profitable. Let's go, baby. Putting it up for 21 keys, as I pretty much always do. I'll let you know what it goes for. Oops. So we got a nutcracker up in the auction house, 21 keys. I don't believe I'm selling against anybody at the moment. But what I'm going to do now, though, walnuts. We'll buy some extra stuff, because that is, if I can get it for like 800, that is pretty epic. Eggnog. The only thing is, obviously, I might have to spend lower denomination keys to get the stuff, but 255. I'm going to end up forging a bunch of green keys, watch, at some point. But that is, so that's half of the thing, and then let's go yarn. I think yarn is the thing that I need most in order to print another one. I might have 2,000 yarn, I might not. I'm not really sure where I'm at with that. But let's go here. So I just want the big ones. I guess we could start at the 1 o'clock. Oof. Yep. Oh gosh, here we go. You can watch me slide a bunch of blue keys, but that is a pretty could be potentially, you know, a good return. If I can get this stuff for relatively cheap, I'll do that all day long, baby. Finding deals, finding profit. That's what we do here. Hopefully it works out, and maybe, you know, you guys can do the same. Probably should just throw in that lone yellow I have. I have another yellow coming to me tonight. Because I'm supposed to do a buddy quest with someone tonight. We've got it scheduled 7 p.m. So I should be good to go for that one. And I'll just put in another. Oh gosh. Oh, come on. Hopefully I can get a red or close to. Hopefully that's a real price. Imagine if I just stuck that nutcracker up and that's like an inside trade that, you know, is not going to be repeated. You know what? I probably should have looked at the at the price of nutcrackers. Let's see. I'll go back to the nutcracker QB. Let's see how much they've sold for in the past. I'm not selling against anyone at the moment. Official monthly price, $5.71. So that's probably not a realistic price. Band player. that may not be a realistic price, but you never know. Hopefully I can get a good price and actually make some profit on that bad boy. But if the monthly price was $5.71, I'll probably get something closer to that, I imagine. But we'll see. We shall see. Let's see if there's anything in the auction house chatter about that nutcracker. Oh, want to sell nutcracker? Oh, I bet. Was it Pipeblade 69? Did he find somebody that can you wait a few months? What about the BP? Conman says. I wonder if Chavo Chip also wants the BP. How could this guy want to sell any of? Was that because he can't? Yeah, okay, he's crazy. He's just, I guess it's satire, just sitting there trolling people, because I know he does not have any of those blueprints. He has not been playing long enough to have any of those. So just trolling, I think. And there's GonCon. I guess that's where they live in the auction house chatter. But yeah, hopefully I can snag a good price for that that nutcracker. Let me see how many. Oh, what did I get outbid on? 105. Trash tube. Oh no. What did you bid it up to? Let's see. Trash tube. Live auction stuff going on. We've got a bid to 31. Let's go. Gonna get yourself a deal. Gonna get yourself a deal on that bad boy. Oh, what I was gonna do though is check how much yarn I have, Because 2,000 yarn is obviously a big ask. I almost have 2,000. 1925, okay. 1925. It's that ant that I need more of. I got some koa wood. I need more ant in order to print a tiki chief so I can sell that, because that is usually profitable, though it sucks if you're converting small keys for buying ant. But I have more than enough. I think it's only 100 koa wood to print. Oh, look at Rydale saying that BTC BP has tempted me. Oh my god. Is Rydale one of the maniacs that's over there bidding 3 reds on a Bitcoin QB blueprint? Oh my gosh. I hope not. I hope not, Rydale. And to chop, let's see. Looking for any mass for your leaderboard run? DM me. Oh, I know. I wonder what Chavo needs. You should have all these leaderboard runners that they should have want to buy ads up. What do they need in order to print any what do you want for that Black Cat BP? Oh my god. Yeah, I would love to buy a Black Cat blueprint. I gotta find a way to track blueprint sales, because that is something that I would really like to know. Let's see, the Fire Elemental. I should just do this a little bit more regularly, because then I could keep up with what's actually in the auction house, because that Fire Elemental blueprint went by. I had no idea. I saw Rydale post a picture of him winning it, and I had no idea it was in the auction house. Like, I can't imagine these things hit the auction house that often. So was this the last time that it hit the auction house? Was in October? Oh my goodness. I would think that that's the last time. Someone paid almost 4 reds for it, 3.5 reds, and Rydale bought one in last month. Keep bidding. Keep bidding. What am I bidding on, Manel? What's up, man? I'm bidding on a lot of stuff. I don't have any... I can't slide all my blue keys into it. Got my 36. I got a leaderboard run in me, guys. I have a few epics that well, maybe at least one epic. What do I have? I have this one that I haven't printed. And I have a Ghost QB that I have not printed. I haven't printed George yet. So I have 2 epics that I could print. And that is it, I think. I don't have any other epics. I wish you could sort by epic. I have the rare. I haven't printed my little RNG yet. I withheld. I don't know why. I should print it. I love that blueprint. You bid on 3 of my things? Oh, my God. Well, Manel, I'm bidding on those things because I just listed a Nutcracker QB. So if you want a Nutcracker QB, let me know, or just go bid on it. Not the one that's at 1,000, because that's not mine. There's only one other in the auction house, and that is mine. And there's your favorite. The only thing I have that Manel does not have, my Tiki Chief blueprint. But that one that I sold is going to be the only one I ever print, because I'm never going to get 2,000 Anth ever again. Oh, man. Fire Crystals. The Fire Hearts. Lord. The Nutcracker for 1K is a deal, Manel. Oh, no. Is that Trash Tubes? Trash Tube, are you trying to profit? You're selling yours for 1,000, and then you're going to undercut me and buy mine for like 50 keys. All right, well, so that's a smart move. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a smart move. How about... Oh, my gosh. I could never part with my blueprints. Oh, man. I mean, I would love the keys, but... Did you see that someone listed a yellow? Did I show that earlier? It might be gone, but... Oh! It might be gone, but let's see. The yellow dragon... Yellow dragon blueprint for 1 purple key. Would you guys spend anywhere near a purple key on a yellow dragon? I sold mine for 700 keys. And now someone's listing it for a purple. I don't think it has any shot of going for a purple. I think that at best you're going to get a couple of reds out of it. Yellow Dragon QB. I know that they were going for like a couple reds. Yeah, in December, you could have got one for $14.40. Okay, so $1,500. So a couple have transacted in the last few months. None in February, though. So we don't have a price point for February, but yeah, the last one was $1,500, $1,400, and then, I don't know, looks like a big gap, I guess. You don't want that cheap nutcracker. Get out of here, trash tube. Oh, my goodness. The year of the Yellow Dragon. Yeah, year of the Yellow Dragon. Oh, it cost 800 air crystals. Oh. Shoot. I didn't realize that. Didn't matter. I was short the dragon scales like everybody else. Wonder what those are going for right now. See what... Because this is the expensive part of the Architect print. Wow! A big stash for a red key. But that, I gotta be honest, that's a high price. I mean, 3 to 1, I guess that's maybe as good as you could hope. But if you wanted to get rid of a red key, that's not a bad way. 385. That's the biggest listing I've ever seen. That's your stash, Manel? That's your stash of dragon scales? Manel, tell us, why are you getting rid of all of your resources? All the resources going away. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I'm not gonna sell into the cheap stuff. Let's see. Footballs are still expensive. That was a good investment. Don't know, board. All right. Well, it is what it is. Hopefully you get a good price. I mean, a red key, getting it back. What are you going to do with all those yellows, though? You got to start hitting the yellow vault, man. You got to start hitting that yellow vault. Wow. QB Air Laura going for 1,000. That's good. I mean, it's still not worth the price of the mats, but that's pretty good. Chunks of Flesh. I know they've talked about that on Coin Hunt Crew recently. There's lots of uses for the Chunks of Flesh at the moment, so I'm not surprised that they're pretty expensive. I think we've probably looked at it before, but so many of those Halloween QBs require Chunks of Flesh now that you gotta have a big chunk of them. You got the Skeleton QB requires 1,000, the Monster, of course, and the Zombie all require the Chunks of Flesh. The Monster used to be a good thing to sell, but I think with the Chunks of Flesh, it's probably dead. Let's see. Let's see what we're looking at. 135. Yeah, I doubt that that's profitable. Maybe barely. Let's see what we can see on Rusty Bolts here. Rusty Bolts, 170 for 45 keys. So, I mean, it might be barely profitable to print the monster still, if you have the blueprint. But the one that's probably more profitable, maybe, is that the way they spelled it, Mummy? Yeah, the Mummy QB 65. And that one required 100 dusty rags, I think. So Mummy is 100 dusty rags, and the dusty rags there are also used for a new epic. So it's the Ghost. Oh man, so that might ruin the Mummy too, because those dusty rags might have gotten more expensive. That Santa BP is cheap. Manel quitting confirmed. I don't think so. He quits every couple of weeks, I think, and then he's back. Okay, so dusty rags are not too expensive. So you get 2 prints for 50 keys, and you could sell it. $65, one for $95. Someone put up one at a floor. That's a bad idea. Let's Did I sell mine already? I think I might have sold mine, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, no. There we go. Let's put it up for science. Oh, shoot. I don't have any green keys. I gotta forge up a green key. What's the Santa BP going for? I can't believe you're putting up BPs. That's surprising there, Manel, that you're putting up BPs. So let's sell this mummy and see what it goes for. I know I have plenty of dusty rags to print another mummy, but I've always been wanting to keep my dusty rags so that I could print that ghost QB, which I don't think I have enough even to print it. Let's see. Dusty rags, come in here. Oh, I do have 1,000, so I have just enough to print. I don't think I have the bones yet. I think I'm just barely short. Oh, no. I have enough to print another Ghost QB, so I could print that Ghost George at any time. But I might buy some more Dusty Rags because that mummy is looking like a pretty good moneymaker. Who said I only had one Santa BP? Get out of here. All right, Manel, let's see what your Santa's going for. There's one 35 and one for 25. That is a very cheap blueprint, I'm going to be honest with you. Is the Santa one supposed to come back every year, though? Because there's definitely some stuff that I wish I loaded up on. I mean, honestly, guys, right now, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Everybody hates the pilot blueprint, right? But for the longest time, everyone hated Pat Morita. Well, they didn't hate the Pat Morita, you know, they didn't think it was worth anything. Okay. I want to see if we can go back. How can I get the... Where's the blueprint at? I'll just click on one of these, because I think that's the only thing that Japanese drums are used for. Pat Maria QB. So I want to go back and look at the stupid low prices that the blueprint used to go for. I mean, look, you could have bought one in 2020, 375, 505. Look at that, 270, 300, 260. 300, 200, 200. Look at the prices of these Pat Morita blueprints. I have many regrets of not buying Pat Morita blueprints. You could have stocked up, and now you've got a Pat Morita. So February went for $1,500. You've got one in the auction house right now going for over $2,000, and there's a bunch of Pat Moritas. So there's $10.99. So the reason I bring that up is because the much hated right now pilots. So you got one going for $225, and I think that they pretty reliably go right around that. Let's see what the average price is. We won't have many individual transactions here. Yeah, the blueprints. Average price of $235. Look, one went for $70 in November. Oh my God. Although that was when everyone was leaving in droves because of QB Air Part 2. But I think it could be worth snagging some of those pilot blueprints and hope that, you know, after a little while, look at that, QB Air Lord, Toasties, let's go. Con Man, never heard of him. And hodling for a bit, because a cheap epic, you know, it could really pay off. I don't think there's any other epics at the moment that are going for so cheap. So I wouldn't you know, poo-poo that thing. You might be, you know, and the Wombat too. I think, is the Wombat also crazy cheap? I know there's a assload of Wombats as well. So there's 1,100. So there's more Wombats. There's about the same amount of Wombats as there are. Okay, so the blueprint goes for quite a bit more. So maybe can't stock up as easily on that. Yo, pizza guy, I just listed a Missy for you? You're joking. What'd you list it at? You freaking, you monster. You monster. Oh, you suck. You trying to put my 3 reds? You're just like, oh, I see you've got 3 reds there, Toasties. Oh my god, 3 reds for a Missy. God, I mean, it's cheaper than me just hoping to print that freaking Missy. I know that that's just a long shot. I haven't printed that, and Makiki Tiki hasn't printed it in almost 200 prints, so I don't know. I'll keep my eye on that. But that's all my red keys. That's all of the red keys. So my advice here, guys, load the truck up on those pilot blueprints, because I think that eventually they will be worth a lot more than 200 to 300 keys if the Pat Morita blueprint is any indication. Because yeah, that going for 2 reds is absolutely amazing, and I feel really foolish. I thought about it several times. I thought about buying the Pat Moritas, but I just never have many keys. So I could not force myself to buy another one when I had it. But wow, what a mistake that was. What a mistake that was. Let's see, what else? What other blueprints do we have in here? Those are my favorite things to look at. Oh, I got distracted. Oh, someone listed a Bitcoin QB blueprint. Who put the Bitcoin QB blueprint up there? I kind of want to put a bid in, but I can't because you only see what is going on like with the if you keep bidding, so it's not worth it because I don't want to end up with one for two red keys, but that is a solid tactic right there. Damn you, 50 cats for 2 reds. And someone actually did it. Whoa. 25 cat blueprints. Well, I'm going to definitely put a bid in on that. But I won't do that on stream because that's going to take me a while. All I have are blue keys at the moment. So Tikis. Nice stack of Tikis. Oh, so why would someone list it for 103? Yellow Dragon. If that sells, I'm going to be pissed off. No one should pay a purple for that. The Water QB blueprint. That's nuts. I think someone probably already has bid on it. No, not yet. But I would not think that people will bid on that one. It's just a little bit too much. We can look at the QBs, though, to see like what might be profitable from a QB perspective. The Doge, we know, has been selling at around 300. I don't think it's worth like even checking to see if it's profitable. I don't think there's enough people that really have it that are going to care. The World Cup champion QB at 700, that is not profitable. I already saw the footballs are about 1-to-1, and it requires 10,000. So, or not 1-to-1, like 10-to-1. So it would be 1,000 keys worth of footballs by itself. The Ox, holy crap! If you have the Ox, that is nuts. Ox going for 300. Those usually go for like 150, I think. Wowee, someone's getting a good return on that Ox. Yeah, because there you go, one for 140. Oops, solid return there. And let's see, the Nutcracker that I listed. Hopefully mine can get up there. The Tiger QB going for 80 that's actually pretty good. What is the Tiger QB going for 80? It's like it's good for the Tiger QB, but I think that's actually kind of an expensive common to print. I think something in there is expensive. And like it's a good price for the Tiger. Yeah, 200 red envelopes. Those are probably worth more than that Tiger QB. $200. 39. Yeah, they're at almost 1-to-1, 1-to-1, somewhere in there. So definitely not worth printing that Tiger QB. Let's see, what else? What other QBs do we have? The Surf QB going for 71. What does the Surf QB require? Surf QB. Oh, let's just say Surf maybe. Let's see what he requires. Surf QB is 1,000 lay and 1,000 hibiscus. What does 1,000 lay? What is the cost of all this stuff? So I feel like that's bordering unprofitable. The hibiscus is not expensive. You got 500 lay for 30 keys, 500 for 22. So lay's pretty cheap. And how about, but it's 1,000, so it's 60. So it's cheap, but it's still, that's not profitable because the hibiscus is going to cost something. I know it's really cheap, but it is going to cost something. Okay, there's not really much to know. I wonder what's the average price from last month of the hibiscus flower. 37 per 100. Oh, and you need 1,000. Oh, God, no. So that's definitely not profitable. Oof. Because of the hibiscus. I think you need hibiscus for the chill. Okay, so yeah. That's probably why the hibiscus is so expensive for that chill QB. So let's go back here. What do we have below the Surf QB? 71, Tiger, the Ox, Foreman, Gingerbread. Not profitable because of the Jingle Bells. Foreman is profitable if you have it. Lucky you. We've already looked into the Mummy. Mummy looking good. Corlithiel was telling me that he thinks that the Suku is actually better than the Veriblock, but I think that it just depends. You know, if he's still in there, maybe he could talk a little bit more about it. But the Suku and the Veriblock can definitely be profitable. White QB, if you got it, flaunt it. You know, the white paint is probably the best way to go for that, though. Wow, Thanksgiving QB going for, how about them Black Cats? Forget you, Manel. Those Black Cats, I looked at them earlier. There is a floor. It looked like around, I think the cheapest Black Cat I saw was a little over 500, but yeah, they have definitely gone up in price. Aquarius QB, wow, so those QBs are still worth a lot. 500 already. That was the first, no, that was not the first one. What am I talking about? But that one was more recent. Sushi Chef for 40, blah, blah, blah. Portugal. Monsters. I think the Mummy's probably a better Halloween bet than the Monster. Because chunks of flesh are a little bit too expensive. Veriblock, there you go. The Veriblock with the super cheap prints. There's a Scorpio. The Hula QB, that can't be profitable at whatever it costs to print. Valentine QB. Construction we looked into. Elf is not profitable. I think that's going to be about all of them. Softy Cat. I was curious about those Tikis, though. Will it pop up if I say Tiki? Because there were a few that were actually selling. Is this one of the rare ones? I'm just shocked that so many are actually selling. I don't know which ones are rare and which ones aren't, though. Because it seems like it's actually kind of a good time to be selling your Tikis. Oh, wait, no. Oops. Go back. That has no bids. This probably got no bids, huh? No bids. Who's selling all these at 105? Not getting any bids on them. But these are probably got bids. Yep, 50. The Anu, the Pila, and the Oli Oli. Those are too hard. It's so hard to look up and like organize. That is one thing that I hate about the auction house with the Tikis. It's so annoying to try and find and like list your tikis. Oh my god. Let's see, that wasn't Tiki Warrior QB Blueprint. Where are the stats? Yeah, how is someone Oli Oli is one of the more common, is almost the most common. Wow. So I guess it's just random. Maybe someone needed it. Maybe it's someone that needs it that's going to Hawaii soon, and that's the one they need. And an Anu, wasn't that one of the ones going for like 50 or something? 50? And that's 4.7. That is literally the most common tiki. Are there others? Why would that be going for so much? There's just the one. Wonder if it's just because there's no others in the auction house. So there's no Eno in the auction house. Do I have one? Oh, God. How am I going to ever know? Can I even highlight and know? Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? That is bonkers. How are you supposed to sell these things? I can't tell which one's which, even if I'm looking at him. Okay, that's not right. You got to have a grass. Jesus Christ. All right. Now I'm going to do this off stream if I do sell any of these tikis. It is Illusion Weaver. If you are watching, selling tikis is a giant pain in the ass because it's so hard to know which one's which. Oh, our fallen friend, our alien. He never got to see aliens before he was ousted from the game. But our good buddy Beardy, gone. There is definitely some good stuff happening in the auction house, though. We did a lot of stuff here today. I bid on a boatload of stuff. And I listed a few things that I think are actually... No! I got outbid! Put this back in here. Come on. Give me those Anth. Stop out. I wonder who outbid me. I'll have to look after. So yeah, we've got some good bids in. Got some Canada stamps, some antlers, some walnuts. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Got some curious stuff. Some curious stuff in the auction house. Hopefully some good ideas for you guys to act on maybe and start looking at selling or buying something that you're interested in that maybe you might be able to make some keys off of. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here, guys. Don't forget, tonight you got, well, I'm pretty sure, sometimes they've been canceling, but Ladies of the Hunt tonight, coming up in here about 6 hours. I didn't actually bid with 115. Son of a... Well, I'll do it on my phone. That's really annoying to do it here. Yeah, you're right, I didn't. I'll do it on my phone. So, maybe that's probably Manel's. I keep bidding on all of his crap somehow. So yeah, make sure you tune in for Ladies of the Hunt later tonight. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see. With maybe some cat blueprints if I can snag some. They're getting more and more expensive. I really have to just keep my eye on them a little bit better. So yeah, looking forward to the next stream. Looking forward to more stuff to come in Coin Hunt World. We're getting very close to the end of the month here. So we'll have, of course, some action, some live action when we do get to the end of the month. The leaderboard is looking pretty insane. There's been lots of changes. Obviously, our Filipino friend Toby Taba is, well, I think he's still on top of the leaderboards. Let's do a quick check. Yep, still on top of the leaderboard. Sin City has overtaken second. So it's going to be a wild finish, guys. So we'll be there on, what is that? That's going to be on Friday night. Friday night. Yes, sir. I'm in the office, so I will actually be a little bit... Oh, no, but it's 5 o'clock reset now. So I'll be home just in time to go live to cover the end of the month. So make sure you tune in for that one on Friday. Ooh, actually, that's kind of conflicting with Rainstorm. I'll think about it. We'll see what we're going to do. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining in for the Auction House Chatter on our easy Sunday morning stream. Make sure you get out there, hit your yellow vaults before they reset tomorrow. Looking at you, Manel. I think that it's a yellow vault quest day. So you will get the extra leaderboard points if you do it, and you might get a red key. You never know. I got one yesterday. So have fun out there. Good luck to everybody, and can't wait to see you again. Thanks for joining, as always. I appreciate all of you being here. So I will see you next time. That is Toasties signing off.